everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to be doing a December energy update. So, I'm going to be tapping into the energies of December 2022, take a look at the way they make me feel, and sharing some interesting messages that are going to empower us through this month. I hope you all are really enjoying this holiday season. I hope this message is helpful for you. I'm just going to relax and get tuned in, and we'll see what comes up. All right, here we go. All right. What is the most meaningful message I can share to empower people in December of 2022? What are the energies telling us? How are things looking for our collective? Okay. There are fingers. So I see a human being, and I see a human being made out of chakras. Okay. So we have these energy centers that are aspects of our self-expression. So your third eye, you could say, is an aspect of your thought and your imagination and your ego even. Your throat's an aspect of your voice. So we have energy centers that represent aspects of ourself. And so I have this finger, it's sort of like pointing out my chakras, okay? And you have to be all that you are. You have to be your whole self. You have to be all that you are. And you are so much. You are so much. You are so much. You are not just one thing. You are many things. You are so many things. Don't you know you are so many things? And here I am. I'm going to point this out. I'm going to point this out to you that you are so many things. You are not just one thing. You are many things. And there seems to be some avoidance in our collective and the individuals that we are in being our total expressions and being our whole selves. And I see that our inability to believe in ourselves at times, or having the confidence to be our self-expression, it can get in the way of the brightness of our chakras, or the brightness of our colors and our light. And when you know how important you are, why hide yourself? When you know how important that you are to this world, why hide yourself? Why say that, well, people aren't going to like that about me? That's you assessing the way the world is or the way the world thinks without giving yourself credit to be your own person in that world, and that you could be valued for just the way that you are. And that it's important that you are just the way that you are, so that you can challenge people even to love you for the way that you are. And that you could appreciate others enough that you could see yourself in new ways, and new ways of self-expression. It's just about growing now. It's about loving. It's about community. But I still see that this representation of our collective oneness, so if we take everybody in the whole world and turn them into one human being, we see one human being in their chakras, and they just look kind of like the bulbs are broken. They're not really bright and illuminated and colorful. And so this hand and this finger that's pointing things out, okay, is saying that's no big deal. That's no big deal. We all go through phases in our life where we feel a little burnt out. And we just pay attention. And I see when we pay attention, we're moving our consciousness into the location of where we experience a burnout. And when we are burnt out, we can identify it. We actually can start to nurture it. We can start to heal it. I mean, she's showing me that, and this is a little difficult because this hand here represents a helping hand. A helping hand. It represents friendship. It represents family. It represents some unknown bystander that just notices you need some help and then steps in and helps you. And so this hand is actually removing the burnt out bulbs for you and replacing them with fresh new ones. And it's just like, wow, someone came out of their way to help me. Wow. How could that be? It feels like a lot of us need some help. A lot of us need some help, almost a miracle helping hand to just come out of the blue and just help us. And some of us are burnt out, and when you're in a burnout, it's hard to know where you're going to get the energy, the ability to even follow through with correcting the burnout yourself, all by yourself. And it seems to me that part of our lesson in growing, collectively growing, is understanding that these burnouts are going to be, it's going to be useful to work with the help of others to help ourselves. And it's going to be so much more enriching that way. It seems to me like we're moving from one cycle of learning to a new cycle of learning where perhaps we've closed the door on each other, we've gone more inward. We're going to be going more with the door open and welcoming people in. Because something inside ourselves will say that that is what we need. If something is going to be born within the individuals, all of us individually, something will be born inside saying that we need each other. That we need each other, that we can believe in each other to actually help each other. And as part of the lesson of these burnouts that we are each individually going through is that the solution is each other's help. And that is going to be part of the experience, that it's almost like you can count on people that are coming in to help you. Okay, you can count on it. It's almost like we're going to have sparks and passions to step in or have callings to help one another. And we're going to feel more enriched by the presence of each other than we had been. That's what this cycle feels like. We're entering into a new cycle. And it's interesting because the word unity has been coming to me a lot. I've been hearing that word and I really feel a cherishing of that word. And I feel that word is taking on a new sense of sound and power. And it's part of this message. It makes me think of this word unity. This message does. And I feel it's here for a reason. Okay, what else can you tell us about December 2022? Okay, so we're all going to just relax. We're all going to take a moment to see that there is a helping hand coming into our life. And that some aspect of burnout that we are going through, that there will be a helping hand to support that burnout, to support us in the nurture and the healing of that aspect from our life's path. It's as odd as, well, it's going to have to take a miracle for a helping hand to come in. It feels like this helping hand is a miracle. And that's kind of cool. So if your helping hand feels like it's going to have to be a miracle for that hand, let it be a miracle for you. Let a miracle come into your life to help you. Like, let a miracle help you. Actually see and experience, whether you can visualize it or not. If you can't visualize it, experience it. If you can visualize it and experience it. I mean, let's just go for it. Let's be in the presence of a helping hand is supporting me through something I need to heal inside myself. And that helping hand is reaching me because I'm not blocking it. And I believe that a miracle or a helping hand, that it can reach me and that it can heal me. And that it didn't take a whole lot of effort on my part. Just simply being open to receiving it was all the effort I needed. And then trusting in that event. Giving in and trusting in the event. So right now we are all saying, I welcome the helping hand. I welcome a miracle. If it has to be a miracle for you, I welcome it. And I am open to it. There's nothing of me that is in the way of it. I'm letting it come in. I'm letting it excite me. I'm letting it prove to me that the statement is being heard by the universe and that there's follow through. And I'm kind of curious and excited to see where this goes. I'm just going to let it happen. It's interesting because the next thought that comes to me, it's the idea that we as human beings, we have to do it all, like all by ourselves. Like we're gonna have, if we want to build that house, we're gonna have to use our hands, or we're gonna have to hire somebody. It's gonna require a lot of money. It's kind of weird when you step out of the way and say, it's as much as I'm going to let God build it for me and present it to me. It's another miracle. Like that's not going to happen. That never happens. No, we're not going to go there. We're going to so much as let God create some amazing things and some amazing surprises for us in our life. And we're going to let ourselves see it, be present with it, be able to acknowledge it, and be grateful for it. And again, this is the next level of, you know what, I'm a human being and I can only conceive of so much. There are beings that have so much incredible perception and so much ability here in this world and in my life to help me thrive, to help me heal. And this is authentic stuff. This is genuine heart level stuff. This is welcoming in cosmic support. This is welcoming in a miracle. This is trusting and believing it and not being in the way of receiving it. This is like challenging the universe to prove yourself to me, but actually getting excited about it and be like, I'm going to do this full-fledged, step out of the way, and I'm going to let this in. I'm going to let this happen because this is going to bring joy. This is going to build new relationships or build new memories, and it's just going to empower my life. That's the next level of this message. Okay, what else would you like to share? Okay, it's listening to our own heart's calling. It's kind of like tuning out to... Okay, so there's different levels of sound in our world. And sound can be day-to-day human life. And sound can be harmony. And sound could be silence. And sound could be a longing for something in your future, or it could be the sound of unresolved from your past. And so life is full of sounds, is full of layers of meaning, okay? And it feels like choosing to tune out the sounds that are a bit muddy with the unresolved of day-to-day society and global news, but actually believing in the sounds of the trees, and the sounds of the fairies and the gnomes and the sounds of our angels and the sounds of harmony, the sounds of cosmic beings that love us unconditionally, the sound of the divine plan, the sound of our spirit guides and our higher self, the sound of true enriching love, the sound of friendship, the sound of family. It's wholesome. It's absolutely wholesome and therapeutic. These sounds are. And the more we invite these beautiful, harmonious sounds, the more of those sounds we are going to enrich our lives with. So that's another message for us. And we're already going to see that it is done. We're already going to see ourselves standing and our lights are bright, our chakras are bright, and we feel bright and whole. We feel strong and confident in ourselves without even trying, because we love ourselves enough to be ourselves. We love ourselves enough to be ourselves, and we love other people enough to let them be introduced to the real us. We love them enough to be ourselves. We love them enough to be our most honest representation of ourselves. Whether we know they're not going to like that or not, it doesn't matter. We're going to be our true self. We're going to be standing in a place where there are friendships and there's love and support and miracles coming into our life. We are bright. And we are listening to the sounds of harmony and love and healing and support, the sounds of angels, the sounds of higher self spirit guides, the sound of, our nature friends, the fairies, the elves, the sounds of the Mother Earth, sounds of harmony. And it is going to strengthen us from the inside out. And a lot of this is not having to try too hard, because there's a mending of what is states of burnout. It's what it feels like. But it's not having to try hard to mend them. It's just letting the mending in, letting yourself be surprised by some really good events coming into your life. Really cherishing friendship and family also. And even friendships with people you haven't even met yet. And remembering that part of the calling might be for you to extend a helping hand to help one's burnout will also help your own, surprisingly. But it just feels now like we are standing in enrichment. And that we can have that. And that can be ours to receive in December of 2022. And if you happen to be watching this in any year in the future, this can also be for you too, because this message is timeless. All right, I hope you enjoyed this experience. I wish you all well for this month. If any of you are interested in exploring a session with me, you can do so by visiting my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. All right, have a great day. Happy holidays.